This is Dave's bar, and we're here to teach you about drinks.
That's correct, Dan.
It's the Vieux Carre.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do it. This is the Vieux Carre, a New Orleans classic. I love New Orleans. I'm so obsessed with New Orleans. My favourite place I've ever been. In fact, it's the only place I've ever cared about. That's a fact.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't care about places. And then I went to New Orleans and I had this sense of like, man, other places are just, I don't know, buildings and people. New Orleans is character, it's music, it's drinks, it's food, it's just everything.
It's just life.
It is, yeah, New Orleans is life. But yeah, the drink itself is like a celebration of all the different cultures that came through, with it being one of the earliest port towns of America. So Vieux Carre means Old Square, which is the local colloquial term for the French Quarter, which translates to Old Square, but it's the French Quarter. So yeah, French influence, cognac.
Hennessy.
Hennessy, really, like, cognac's great, right? But I've tried loads, and this is the only one that I think actually works in drinks, in cocktails.
Nice.
So it's the only one I buy. It's dry. It's because it's dry enough. You want a dry enough one. Yeah.
It's Red Hands Dan.
That's Red Hands Dan to tell you about
the Sazerac Rye.
Yay!
Right.
Sorry. I really liked that.
The rye whiskey?
Rye whiskey, that's correct, yeah.
Remembered well.
Historical New Orleans. You can use another rye whiskey if you like, but, Sazerac's a really good choice for this.
Cocca di Signorini.
That's right, Cocchi di Torino. So the Italian influence, obviously we had the sweet vermouth being imported in the late 1800s that kind of gave birth to all of these drinks, like the Martinez and the Manhattan, and all of this stuff that led to everything we love today.
Amazing.
So it's history lesson today with Dave, and I don't know why I keep doing
this?
Benedictine, French herbal liqueur. It's 40%.
Amazing.
It's really popular in Bolton.
Bolton?
Yeah, Benny and Hot.
What? Clean that bar top, Dave. Come on.
Sorry, Director
Stop messing
Dan.
around.
I'm sorry. I was enjoying telling you about New Orleans and I forgot to clean up. You need to keep me in check, Dan. I really don't care about spills, but,
The bitters.
The bitters, yes. So our two main characters in the bitters world.
Yeah.
Angostura bitters, we all know that. Lovely, classic, rounded spice flavour profile from Trinidad. And then you've got the Peychaud's bitters, which are a bit more anise heavy. Really, like, these are the New Orleans bitters. If you want something to taste like New Orleans, use Peychaud. So,
Oh!
Magic.
Wait.
We're using block ice.
Block ice in a frozen glass.
I decided for this one, we're going to make sure that it fits in the glass and then freeze both of them together. That also works very well. You can serve this down in the old blocky block in a tumbler glass. Never quite know what to call them.
I think Dave's lost his mind.
Old-fashioned glass. There's too many different things you can call that glass.
The blocky block.
But yeah, you could serve it up as well if you want in an old stemmed glass.
And it's 25ml of each.
That's right, yeah. We're making a Manhattan, basically. So we just split the base, which would have usually just been rye whiskey or bourbon, and we split that between rye and cognac. Really lovely flavour combo, those two together. Like,
nice.
I think we need to make more drinks with a split base of rye and cognac. It's absolutely delicious. Get the dry rye spice, and then you get the big fruity, like, cognac brandy vibes. Oh, it's really good. Then the 25ml of Cocchi di Torino gives you, essentially, we're now at a Manhattan, but with a split base. But because this is a really deep, complex, interesting drink, we've got some more ingredients. And only a small amount. So you tip this slightly in the favour of sweetness by adding a little bar spoon of a liqueur, but it's also quite a strong liqueur, so you retain some of that dryness, so it doesn't make it like heavy and sickly and sweet.
Oh, the smooth editing there, Dave.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
It took me a while.
Yeah, that does stuff for me.
Oh, great.
2 dashes of the Ango bitters.
That's right, yeah. 2 dashes of Ango, your classic bitters. You should all have some of this at home already. 2 dashes of your Peychauds as well. Make sure that they're, you're sharing the spotlight between both of these guys. Neither one is more important than the other.
Amazing.
So they're a double act, and they should be centre stage.
I love that. And it's a stirred drink.
That's right, yeah, stirred drink. So the same as the Manhattan. All of the Manhattan rules apply for this. Just to note, by the way, New Orleans is beautiful, but in New Orleans, they don't do anything properly. But that's not them doing it wrong. That's them being New Orleans, and you've got to love it. So, like, if you go to the Hotel Monteleone and sit at the Carousel Bar, one of the coolest places ever, they just pour it in a glass over crushed ice. They don't even mix it. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's joyous. It's so joyous, and I love being there, and it's ridiculous. So it just reminds you that you need to take life less seriously, and that is a core experience of what it's like to be in New Orleans and why I love it so much. And also, I think an attitude we could do with remembering more in drinks and when we're drinking and having fun, right, Dan?
Yeah, of course.
Because that's kind of our stock and trade here,
do all the time.
Yeah,
so I'm going to basically just have crushed ice from the fridge.
Okay, yeah. I see what I've done.
Yeah.
New Orleans has...
You backed yourself into a corner here, haven't you?
My love of New Orleans has caused my downfall, and I will happily fall on that sword.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And then a garnish.
That's right, yeah. It's a really important part.
To be fair to you, I was a bit like, come on, let's just drink it. And then you went, no, I'm putting it in. And the moment you put that in, I could absolutely understand why.
It transforms the whole thing. It's part of the balance, you know. And a lot of times a garnish is just for show, but in some cases, particularly these like stirred down style drinks, they're called aromatic style of drinks. They really do add to the balance, you know, the way that you experience the flavour profile. The Vieux Carre would be a little bit heavy for me, sweetness-wise, without that lovely pop of lemon aroma. It's such a big part of it, you know. I think it's a big part. It
Beautiful.
really works. The Vieux Carre.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed the lemon drop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Lemon drop was number 1.
Yeah.
This is like...
It's really that good.
Guys, wow. Okay.
If I could say this properly, I'd ask for it more often.
Yeah. What a drink. What a drink.
What
Magic
a drink, genuinely. As good as the lemon drop.
It is as beautiful as the city which birthed it.
Love it. Nice.
Hell yeah. Peace out, guys. See you in New Orleans.
Peace out.